told my husband that he absolutely ruined the birth of our child. So I'm 8 months pregnant with our first kid, and my husband Jake has been driving me absolutely insane with this whole birth plan thing. He keeps reading these articles online about how dads need to be more involved, how they should advocate for their wives, all this stuff, which sounds great in theory, right? But Jake takes everything way too far. The whole pregnancy, he's been making these lists, like actual color-coded spreadsheets about what we need to pack, what music to play during labor, what essential oils might help with contractions. I kept telling him to chill out, that babies don't really follow schedules, but he was convinced he had it all figured out. Fast forward to the big day. My water breaks at like 2 in the morning, and I'm having contractions every few minutes. I wake Jake up and he immediately springs into action with his stupid laminated checklist. He's running around the house checking off boxes while I'm literally doubled over in pain, asking him to just grab the hospital bag and go. We get to the hospital and the nurses are trying to get me checked in and comfortable. Jake whips out this 3-page document he printed out at home about our birth preferences. He starts reading it out loud to the nurse like she's never delivered a baby before. The poor woman is just trying to get my IV started while he's explaining why we don't want vitamin K shots and how the room temperature needs to be exactly 72 degrees. The contractions are getting worse and I just want to get to a room, but Jake stops the nurse and asks if she's going to initial each item on his list to confirm she read it. The nurse looks at me with this expression like, "Is your husband serious right now?" And I'm honestly wondering the same thing. We finally get to the delivery room and Jake sets up this whole situation. He brought his Bluetooth speaker and starts playing this meditation music that sounds like dolphins having a conversation. Then he pulls out these battery-powered candles because he read that mood lighting helps with labor pain. The doctor walks in and just stops, looking around at Jake's setup like she walked into the wrong room. I'm in active labor at this point, contractions every 2 minutes, and Jake is still fussing with his equipment. He's adjusting the speaker volume, moving the fake candles around, and asking the nurses if they can dim the overhead lights. Meanwhile, I'm gripping the bed rails trying not to scream, and he's completely oblivious. The worst part was when I started pushing. The doctor is coaching me through it, telling me when to breathe and when to push, and Jake decides this is the perfect time to start his commentary. He's standing there with his phone out, narrating everything like he's doing sports commentary. "Okay, honey, that was a good push, but I think you can go longer on the next one. Remember what we practiced in birthing class?" I wanted to throw something at him, but I was kind of busy having a baby. The doctor even gave him a look and told him to let me focus, but Jake thought she was just making conversation. He kept going with his helpful suggestions while I'm literally bringing our child into the world. Then right as the baby's head was crowning, Jake gets this brilliant idea to start filming. Not taking pictures, but like full video with commentary. He's holding his phone up, getting everything on camera while telling me to push like we practiced, and asking the doctor if she can move slightly to the left because the lighting is better. The baby finally comes out, and instead of focusing on our newborn daughter, Jake immediately starts reviewing the footage on his phone. The nurses are cleaning her up and doing all their checks, and he's watching his video back, critiquing his camera work. He actually said, "I think I should have used landscape mode," while our daughter is taking her first breaths. I lost it. Right there in the delivery room, still bleeding and exhausted, I told him he absolutely ruined the birth of our child. I said he turned what should have been this amazing, intimate moment into his personal documentary project. The room went completely quiet except for the baby crying, and Jake just stood there holding his phone looking confused. He tried to defend himself, saying he wanted to capture everything so we could remember it forever. But I told him that instead of being present for the actual birth, he spent the whole time worrying about his stupid checklist and playing director. The nurses were clearly uncomfortable, and I felt like I had to give birth while performing for his social media content.